What's up, YouTube videos? This is Typo92. Right now, I'm going to have my own personal review. This is a Batman remake movies directed by Chirstopher Nolan, known as Batman, the Dark Knight Trilogy. One for Batman Begins, one for The Dark Knight, and of course, The Dark Knight Rises. Well, I'm okay with that. It was awesome movie I ever saw. Tim Burton and Joel Schumacher, they're both counts a little bit. I prefer Tim Burton's. But Chris Nolan's films is amazing when he did a good job of what he did. David S. Goyer is an amazing writer, and of course Chris Nolan as well. And Christian Bale as Batman in the same films when he did. And now all these movies, it was amazing with this cover when I did that. When I saw this review, the whole thing. So now, if you saw my friend Harry927 when he did the review with this, yeah, I was very lucky, and I saw his review when he did before I did. So nice review, buddy. So anyway, let's begin with Batman Begins. The Dark Knight and The Dark Knight Rises. The same Batman as Christian Bale as Batman. And the villains was, the first one, Batman Begins, was Liam Neeson as Ra's al Ghul, or they're supposed to mean the name was Ducard, and it must be Decoy or something. He was originally Ra's al Ghul, but now the Decoy did the other part. And I forgot what's the name of the other guy. Let me see the cover. Cillian Murphy as the Scarecrow. He did an amazing job of what he did in the Scarecrow. Kenny Holmes as Rachel Dawes. And Morgan Freeman was Lucius Fox. And of course Michael Caine as Alfred. Wow. And Gary Goldman was placed by Commissioner Gordon. So when I saw these theaters, well, there are all three of them I saw in the theaters. For nowadays, I really like these movies, the Dark Knight Trilogy. So when I saw the movies, it was a pretty good movie. After I saw Batman Begins, it was an amazing movie. The Batman Begins was after. Now, of course, I'm going to talk about the Dark Knight. Wow, the sequel. Heath Ledger as the Joker, and Aaron Eckhart was Harvey Two-Face. Wow, that was another mystery. What a coincidence. Wow, I didn't know that. And once again, Katie Holmes was not in the sequel, but her name is I think it was Maggie or something, and it's replaced Rachel. So, and that character died in this movie I saw. So basically, except in The Dark Knight Rises, but it is disappointing. Yeah, there's another thing. And Heath Ledger died, passed away before the movie come out. That was another disappointment. But he did a good job as also the Joker. And look at this cover. I really like this cover. But look at it again. Yeah, that was in the beginning. That was after Batman Begins. And now this is the Dark Knight. When he captured the Joker. Yeah, this is basically the Joker. He's a corruption, something like that. Is trying to kill everything. That was call it a clown prince of crime or something, and now this is the real deal behind it. But the Jack Nicholson, I like the both counts, but it's a different version of, this is a Chris Nolan's version of what it's talking about here. So, now this whole thing with movies is awesome. So, it might say, when we can say, oh yeah, it says fantastic, emotional, generally gripping. Yeah, well, that wasn't what I saw. And prepare to be warm, it says in the sequel. And in the third one, it was a spectacular, a brilliant magical production. If I say, well, this is Spanish, and if I said I understand, so I bought this. I live in another country, so I bought this. So lucky enough, I bought this. And these two, I bought it here or something like that. So, oh my God, when I saw this in the theaters, it was a pretty good movie. Now, if you saw it on the Batman Begins, I forgot to tell you that, it says, one of the year's best films, two thumbs way up. Okay, and the one in a moment, there was the one in the Dark Knight Trilogy was the best movie. And then of course the Dark Knight Rises, the villains, I forgot to tell you. Alright, Tom Hardy was the Bane, and of course Tom Hardy was Bane, and in a harder way was Catwoman. Well, but she'll become a villain, but this time she's trying to help him out. She's a cat burglar, basically. Yeah, you might say, well, okay, so what's the deal with it? You know, you have all these three films in the Dark Knight Trilogy. Yeah, that was as awesome a movie I ever seen. This is a Dark Knight. This is Chris Nolan's version. So what can I say? This is the best movie I ever saw. Which one is which? But I prefer both counts. It was after I saw the Tim Burton's movies and the George Schumacher. Well, basically, what I said, it was amazing part of the movie. And yeah, they basically. And in the Batsuit, it was amazing, a Batsuit. The first one, Batman Begins, was a little bit of some kind of what he did. The neck was crooked or something in the Bat mask. But they've been waiting for until in the sequel or further. Now that the sequel, now look at the Joker. I prefer the Batman with his writing with his papad in the cover. I prefer this one, but I'm still looking. But basically, that's the Dark Knight. And now you have the Dark Knight Rises. Oh man, I like this cover. The neck is way better. This in the sequel, it's the same thing. So, and now look at this. The title says in the Spanish here. It says one moment inclusion is a epic trilogy. If I said, yeah, it is both movies. It was a amazing movie or awesome movie I've ever seen. Yeah, what can I say? That's the Batsuit or Batman, the Joker, or the villains. All these stories right there, and they're perfect right. And I really like this. The bats that comes out from him. That reminds me when I saw the first movie I saw. It's some kind of Frank Merlin's version, a little bit or something. And now it's too close. And in the sequel, a little bit is continuously, and then the last one is a final fight or something. So they ultimately was Bane. Yeah, that was a basically, and of course Ra's al Ghul's daughter, Talia al Ghul. Yeah, that's your mystery. There is about the flashback, the whole thing. So yeah, it was an epic movie. The sequels of the Dark Knight trilogy, Batman. And so there's a new actor, Batman, played by Ben Affleck. I can't wait for it until there's the sequel, Man of Steel 2, should be say Batman versus Superman. But what about just say the world's finest? Not bad. And well, of course, Henry Cavill is same Superman. I saw Man of Steel, the first movie. It was an awesome movie too, directed by Zack Snyder. And the same David S. Goyer, and at least Chris Nolan is still the producer. So I'm disappointed he's not in his sequel, producing in his Man of Steel sequel. He was moving to the other things, so then he was trying to do. So at least Zack Snyder is going to do it. Two heroes, Superman and Batman, can combine it in this. Both two heroes in one movie. Why not say World's Finest if I say, or Batman versus Superman? Well, let's say they fight each other or before to work this out together. That was the thing. Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill, well, Batman and Superman, they were both my favorites the whole time. There's other versions like Superman and Batman in animated movies, for example. I'll do another review of that later. So yeah, what can I say? So that's the Dark Knight trilogy. Same Christopher Bell that I known, and that's another, unfortunately, Christopher Bell was not able to come back. So Ben Affleck is going to take over. But another disappointed me was the bat symbol. That's Chris Nolan's version of the bat symbol. But the new one, I was waiting for, that's Frank Miller's version, a little too close to me. But the Superman, the RCO, the new one, I prefer the new one. That reminds me of like a comic book, or like before it was a different look or something style. The RCO and the bat symbol, a little bit. Yeah. And so that was it. So that's the Dark Knight trilogy. Alright then, thank you guys for watching, and I hope you really liked this review. And one more thing, if you see my friend Harry 927 when he did review with this, I saw the Dark Knight and the Dark Knight Rises. What about the Batman Begins? But lucky enough, both three of them, they're combined in it. So, and so that was it. So what can I say? Alright then, that's a wrap, you guys, and thank you guys for watching, and I hope you like my reviews very soon for coming more. So thank you guys for watching for Batman, the Dark Knight trilogy, films by Christopher Nolan's films. Later, guys.